Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are FJ working on getting the reverse switch done on the shifter. We're going to start putting the front clip back together, the winch on, doing some lights up front, some wiring, possibly a little bit of stuff on the air pump, as far as the ARB air tank, stuff like that. We're even going to get to the back paneling and the new floor. So a few things we got to work on. There's a few things we're going to get to on this video. So let's get after it. Alrighty, again, I got to work and I forgot to film some stuff, but one of the things on this FJ is this has an SM420 transmission in it, and there's no like reverse switch that's up on the shifter is where the factory one is. So I got to thinking, I bought a little reverse button. So made this little bracket, and it's going to end up going quite like this. And so that way when the shifter gets pulled over, it depresses the button and that engages my reverse lights. So that'll be going on right there and yonder. That'll get all welded up. And then like I say, when you pull sideways, that will engage your reverse lights. Alrighty guys, looks like we got it. We got a good reverse signal or signal through the switch. You know, that's all it takes. So I'm hoping that's second gear right there. Or actually first gear, because this has a low range. Then that's third. Perfect. Alrighty guys, we got a lot of the wiring all figured out, stuff like that, but we're at the point now where the front clip has to go back on so we can get the air compressor mounted, all the relays and solenoids mounted for all the ARBs. Everything else is done as far as wiring, electrical, stuff like that. We've got all that stuff taken care of. We've got all the dash taken care of. So nice little switch block is all we have. Again, I have to put the glove box door on, stuff like that. Nothing major. But right now, front clip's going back on, so we can wire air compressor, all that stuff. And then after that, we can put the front bumper on, winch, start mounting all that with lights on the bumper. Last little bits, one more step. Woo! All right. Let's see if we can get this thing back on here without destroying everything. We're gonna get ready to throw the front bumper on right now, lights on, and I'm probably gonna go dig the winch out of the shed and just set it up here and see how it all looks. So let's get after the front bumper. Dude, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I don't know why, but when you put a winch on the front of something like this, it just looks cool. Seems to work okay. It's not too close, so you should still get some airflow. It looks pretty cool. Not too... It's kind of protected. I mean, I'm not saying this is the best steel in the world, but I mean, something. We'll get one of those really rad billet fair leads for the front right there. Mint. Well, would you look at that? I don't even have to go buy one. It comes with one. Heck yeah. Well, gosh dang. Look at them apples. Perfect. All right, so in the midst of all this stuff, I'm trying to get all these air fittings and stuff like that. Like, I got all these air fittings and whatnot, trying to figure out to get this pump to work. I bought new ones because I only had one actual true ARB air locker, or air fitting for the air locker. So I'm sitting here trying to go through it and figure out why these ones aren't working properly. They're not exhausting and stuff like that. But then I go, I'm gonna try and like blow through this one. I can't get anything out of it. I can't figure out why. I can't figure out why. It looks like somebody filled the end with silicone. Like, I took the end out, obviously that goes right through, you know, like, but then this thing, somebody put a big blob of silicone in there. What the heck? I mean, I can't win for losing on this thing. Like, every single thing I find is screwed up. What was the purpose of putting silicone inside the fitting? Like, and it's not, like, it's down in the fitting, not like it's sealed the hole or sealed the threads. What the hell? That's why it takes hours to get something done, is I keep finding dumb beep stuff like that. Aye, aye, aye. All right, guys, I'm finishing up putting like little LED lights in and stuff like that, replacing all the bulbs and whatnot with LEDs. And this is when OCD kicks in really bad. Something so stupid, but OCD kicks in. So the light is supposed to be like this. 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top, so you can read the writing across, the DOT writing. Come over to this side, whoever put this one in, put it in upside down. So like, this is the DOT writing, but it's upside down. Again, does the exact same thing. It's just OCD kicks in like a champ, dude. That annoys the heck out of me. Means absolutely nothing. But if you walk by and you look at it, you're like, oh, that's wrong. It's got to be right. Dog hair everywhere, man. I love that dog. She gets hair everywhere. Alrighty, guys. I don't know what to do with this. So I got the compressor and everything installed. Got the new valves in, stuff like that. And I bought new valves, which I obviously bought the wrong ones, but these ones are 2-port, 2-position. I had bought some 3-port, 2-position valves that are right here. But I think it's the wrong description, because yes, there are 3 ports, but 2 of them like go straight through. So it's essentially the exact same thing as this valve right here, just an extra port drilled into it. It doesn't really make any sense to me. But I'm having a problem. Now, I very rarely have ever heard of air systems without leaks. Especially after, like on the air lockers and stuff like that, they always leak a little bit. Like I've always had them, like I'm talking like a little bit. I'm talking like, you know, it'll bleed off 80 pounds in a night. I left the front end engaged last night, because I wanted to make sure lockers were working, shut everything off, and it was still locked in this morning. I know these things don't have the ability, or they're not the correct valve, I guess. I found that out now. They're not bleeding off the pressure. So like when you de-energize it, like the ARB, it releases the pressure. That's what it's supposed to. Unfortunately, the ARBs are like $100 a piece. These things are $9. And if you look, like I even took apart an ARB one, like the original one that's not working, it doesn't work. But this is the one I found that freaking silicone in. But like the way they're physically built, they look identical. So I don't know why this one is correct and working and these aren't. Like I just don't understand it. So I'm gonna have to ponder on this a little bit. I think I'm just gonna buy some dump valves that I can screw in right after this, and then screw in like right here, and then put the line into that. I think that'll make it just easier. It'll dump right here, like these things I thought were supposed to, but I guess not. So anyway, we are gonna move on along and get back to other stuff. We're gonna go back to the back of this thing and get a lot more done in the back today. Only got a couple more hours that we can work out here, and then we gotta go in and get some other stuff done. But today we're gonna put all the back end together. The lights back in. I have to make my own tail light lenses because all I've found are the lenses and the housings together, and I'm not gonna spend $80 on freaking tail light lenses when I have the housings. So I have some old school plain Delios, and they just go on like this. I mean, these guys right here. So I'm just gonna spin these things down, cut them to that diameter, and I'll just drill the holes, and we'll countersink them a little bit and put a little stainless steel screw in it, and it'll look just fine. It's just a taillight lens. So anyway, that's what we're gonna be working on for a little bit. Alrighty guys, we got new lenses, or I'm sorry, new bulbs put in. They're all LEDs now. So I've got two different lenses here that I'm gonna end up cutting down to be that size. And unfortunately, I don't have two of them that are the same. But like you look at the insides of them, they're almost identical. Like it's a freaking tail light lens and brake light lens. Like I can't imagine somebody being that picky about this when you look at the rest of the vehicle. But whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I already measured these things out with the calipers, and oddly enough, it goes to like basically right at the edge of the circle part, like on both of these. So I'm gonna run this thing over to the disc sander over yonder, and we're just gonna disc sand these things and make them round, get them to fit. All right, let's see finished product here. See if I can get these guys on. Heck yeah, baby. They're definitely not factory, but I mean, close enough. Whew. Alrighty guys, it's a new week. We're still working on the FJ, trying to get all the back end done now, stuff like that. You guys have been kind of caught up on that. We got the taillights put in. We got a hitch put on, so we have a tow point. Put the stock bumpers back on. We're gonna repaint everything and stuff like that when it's done. But one of the things I wanna do, unfortunately this body looks like Swiss cheese. Like it's gotten holes and stuff drilled in it and all kinds of holes and bolts and all kinds of stuff that we don't need. Like we're not gonna use any of that stuff. So I'm actually gonna make a body skin. It's gonna go all the way around the outside and smooth the whole thing out. But I don't wanna paint it. Like the whole idea was we weren't painting this thing, and this has already gotten way out of hand on time and price and stuff like that. So we're just trying to get it done. And one of the things that you can do pretty cheap is buy wrap. So I bought some blue wrap, and hopefully it's pretty much the right color, I'm hoping. We haven't even opened up yet, and we're gonna open it up together, see how close it is. So let me get this thing dropped down a little bit. I'll get that opened up with you, and we'll see how close the color is. It might be spot on, it might be nowhere near, I have no idea. Hopefully it's the right color. So let's see. I don't know. Well, I don't know. It's close. Like, I'm pretty sure we can get away with that color. I mean, it's pretty close. Like, it needs to be a little bit darker and maybe a little more metallic-y. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Like, it's pretty damn close, but again, I'm not going crazy with this, all because, like, unfortunately, the hood needs to be completely repainted, like clear coat's coming off, stuff like that. Actually, let me pop this thing down. Let me drop this thing down real quick, and we're going to check it out. So I wonder how close that color is to the spot that's not clear coated. Grab this roll. Set it up over here. Yeah, even to that color. It's definitely not the same color. I don't know. Maybe I'll check and see if they have like more metallic blue, like more of a metallic than this color. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, guys. Well, we got our dump valves here. Got all the fittings put together and whatnot, exactly what we need. This is what we had. And like I say, these valves, they just don't dump like they're supposed to, or I bought the wrong valve. Like we went through this the other day with the whole 2-port, 3-port, stuff like that. Long story short, these things aren't just, I need to dump them. Like, I need to be able to release the air locker basically as soon as possible. Like, as soon as you shut them off, you want it to be free. So I'm gonna put these guys in here. So it's gonna end up going like that. It's gonna be kind of big, so I might rotate the canister and put it like over here someplace, which would probably work the best, or even like straight up and down or something like that, just so that way it's not kind of in the way, I guess you call it. Because luckily enough, all it is just cracking the nut loose on the back right here, and you can rotate the canister. So that'll work good. I'm also gonna put a T in like this. So when that thing goes in, wherever the angle is, either it's gonna be obviously up like this. You know, I might rotate the canister. Well, I can't rotate it down. Huh. Anyway, I want to put a valve, air gauge on here. Dun-dun-dun. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Anyway, that's what we're doing right now. Gonna make sure the air lockers work properly, and then we'll move on to the back skins. That color, I'm pretty sure is gonna be close, but I ordered another color. It should be here in a day, and that color will tell us if we're gonna use which of the two we're gonna use. I'm gonna go ahead and make the skins because, again, I can have them on here and then we could put the vinyl on later. It's not a big deal. But anyway, we're gonna start driving this thing this week, put some miles on it, just to see how the drivetrain works and stuff like that. Okay, we got a front locker. Still engaged. Well, guys, unfortunately, I can't figure these valves out. If I put them on one way, they leak. If they put them on the other way, it doesn't release the pressure. So, like, you click off the ARBs and they stay locked in. So those dump valves didn't work. It's still holding the piston. Like, one of them was kind of bleeding off, but that's because there was an air leak before it. So, I don't know. I ordered new valves, actual ARBs. They'll be here. Put them in, be done. Move on with the project. Well, damn, we have a dead soldier. A down soldier. Wah, wah, wah. Alrighty, guys, one of the things I have to get done on this is we got the new floor put in, all caulked and seam sealed and whatnot, but there used to be big, huge pieces of angle right here. Like, there's one of them right there. And like this one, like this big, huge chunk of angle. I don't know why it's here, but to put the skins on the outside like I want to, to make all this nice and smooth, I got to pull all these, you know, bolts out and whatnot. There's really no reason for these pieces of angle to be in there. I really don't know why they were there in the first place. Like, they're not even the same size from side to side. Like, the bolt pattern's wrong and off, and it just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, right now we're gonna go ahead and get this one all the way out. And that one's already out, obviously. We're gonna get that one out, and then I'm gonna start cutting the sheets for the sides to make the new skins all the way around, and getting those set up to put the rib nuts in and make a new side for it. The wrap, the blue wrap that I bought should be here sometime today. The first one, the color was off, it wasn't right. This one, it's more of a deeper blue than the other one was, so it should match a little bit closer. Again, this isn't perfect, like you guys can see the hood, but I at least wanted to half-ass match. So we're doing that right now, get that one out. Alrighty guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. We've gotten the front clip on, we did winch, we did lights, we did air tank. Basically everything we needed to get done that I can get done right now. We got reverse switch put in, and these are the body panels I made up. Unfortunately, again, sorry, I did the fab work on these body panels and I didn't film anything. I was just kind of in that little mode that you just keep doing stuff. You don't really remember to set up the camera and stuff. So these are going to wrap all the way around, cover up all those holes and whatnot. And what we'll do is we'll do like seam, I don't want to say seam sealer, but we'll do like a body panel glue or something like that. And then we'll have a couple of rib nuts down the side right here. That'll take care of these. But I'm not doing anything on those until the wrap shows up, because I want to make sure the wrap color is close enough, because the last one we got, it wasn't, like, it probably worked, but it wasn't good enough. So we got the floor in, that's all said and done. Got the other pieces out. We did pick up the bed liner, the Hercules bed liner. That's going to be going in and repainting all the floor with bed liner. So, okay, just picked up that stuff. So anyway, next video we'll get to the whole pulling the seats out. We'll get to repainting the whole tub. By that time, I'll start getting the boots made for the shifters. And then also, about the time I pull out the sewing machine, about the time I pull out the sewing machine, I'm just gonna have to make a new top for the Sammy. Like, I can't find it anywhere, so we'll just make a new one. But anyway, guys, that's where we're at. Thanks for watching. If you guys like what you see and you want to keep watching, by all means, please subscribe. Helps me out a lot. Do me a favor, like these videos, stuff like that. Comments. I love reading comments. Got a lot of inspiration and stuff like that out of the comments and whatnot. So, until next time, guys. Next time will probably be more of the Sammy. We've got a fuel filter to do. I got to clean the tank out, and then probably make a top for it, because unfortunately I can't find it anywhere. So, until next time, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next week.